people are so exhausted. So it can be hard just to get straight back in the boat, I'm sure, and race. So in this race, we've got Ukraine, Poland, Canada, the United States, Mexico, and China, of course. And in the back of that Canadian boat, you'll see the tall figure of Katie Vincent, the Olympic gold medalist in the C1 200. And there she is with Zoe Wojcik in the Canadian boat in lane number 5. Top 3 go straight through to the final, so there's something at stake here, and we are underway. So all these boats will progress to the next round, so nothing to get stressed about, but I'm sure many of them would like to be able to secure that direct berth into the A final. And it looks like closest to the screen it is the Chinese, and in the middle of the field, I think it looks like it is the Canadians who got off to the best of the start, and also Poland coming through, Emma.
Yeah, absolutely. Really interesting to see Canada switching up their partnerships. I think Katie Vincent paddled with Mackenzie at the World Champs in Duisburg in 23, and now they've switched those partnerships around. So again, just countries always looking for different combinations that may add some speed to that boat. But China and Canada looking strong in this heat so far, with Poland also in the fight. The yellow boat of the Americans also hanging in there, but it's definitely looking like Canada stretching the lead as they come to halfway. China in the outside lane, definitely staying with them, but Canada in the lead as they come to the 250 mark.
Yep, getting the job done. Looks like a good combination here with Wojcik and Vincent from Canada. China, Li and Zhu in lane number 8, and the Poles also doing pretty well in lane number 4. So they are at this stage the top 3 who will go straight through to the final. The Ukrainians, first chance we've had a look at them. Ludmila Luzan not competing in this race. I know she's on the start list for the individual races, so we might see her in action a little bit later on in the program. But the Canadians getting the job done here, coming down towards the finish line, and looks like the Poles putting in a bit of a push now, and China closest to the camera also, just making sure that they guarantee that direct qualification to the final. But no doubt about our Canadians, they cross first, China second, and Poland taking that important 3rd position. The Ukrainians look like they'll get 4th, and then the Americans in 5th position.
I think the Americans there maybe had a bit of a plan to go out hard and then settle back if they weren't in the top 3, because they dropped away quite substantially after the halfway mark. But decent run by the Canadians. I'm sure they'll be happy with that.
How would you be, Emma, being Zoe Wojcik at the moment? I mean, she's a formidable paddler in her own right, but having the Olympic champion sitting behind you, I mean, it's just that little bit of extra pressure, isn't there, that you don't want to stuff it up. You're sitting there thinking, God blimey, I've got the Olympic champion sitting behind me. I mean, one way to be like, wow, it's so good, I feel so safe, I feel like I've got the best paddler in the world behind me. But on the other hand, it's also like, oh, I hope it all goes well, because she's watching everything I do. She's watching my back the whole way.
Yeah, there's definitely no slacking off when you're in the front of the boat. But I'm sure, hopefully, she's really embracing that as an opportunity and seeing the real value in it. And obviously, she's really young. You know, she's only just 20, so she's got a huge amount that she can learn from Katie Vincent. So I'd be excited if I was her in that boat right now.
Yeah, and Katie's someone who's so generous with her time and her knowledge, and I'm sure that she is handing on tips and suggestions on how to prepare for a race, how to get in the best mindset before you get out on the water. So good chance for Zoe to be a sponge, I guess, and to soak it all up, and to utilise that information and that knowledge from this experience. Interesting that, as you said, Emma, the Canadians trying a few different combinations, just seeing what works best. This is the year to do it, no doubt about it. And then you sort of knuckle down for the last 3 or so years leading into the Olympics just on a hopefully locked away plan that you can work on. All right, I think we've got, there we are, Canada, China, Poland. Now we're moving this